Welcome to Life Editor Weekend. Thank you so much for being here with me today. You did it! We have made it to the final session of this all-day long retreat. I have had so much fun interacting with you guys in the comments, seeing all of your insights, and I really hope that you've gotten a lot out of this retreat. Remember, if you haven't done so already, and I hope you have, download your Life Editor Weekend workbook. Click the link in this description to get your free workbook. Because every single session, we've been adding to your workbook. We've been adding different edits you want to work on, changes you want to make, things that you are percolating for goals for the next 3 months. And now we're actually going to put that all to use. In this session, we're going to be talking about goals made easy. And we are putting together your 12-week plan for success. But before we get started, let me remind you that every single session of the Life Editor Weekend virtual retreat is a giveaway. I am giving away one of my digital products with every single session. And the way you enter is by simply leaving a comment on Facebook or on YouTube underneath the video for that session. And for this session, I'm giving away a copy of my Edit My Life Planner. So the Edit My Life Planner is a 5-day video workshop and planner bundle. You're going to learn how to stop procrastinating and get stuff done with my very own goal planning method that I use myself for all of my big projects that I'm working on. With the Edit My Life Planner, you're going to get more done in the next 12 weeks than you have in the past 12 months. It's really phenomenal and transformative, and I know so many people who will love the planner. I know you're going to love it too, so be sure to leave a comment with this session to enter the giveaway. All right. And lastly, before I end this session, I'm going to show you how you can apply for Life Editor Academy, which is my 5-month-long mastermind group, and doors are open right now. If you've been enjoying the Life Editor Weekend Retreat, I know you're going to love the Academy. So click the link in the description to apply for Life Editor Academy and stick around to the end of this session where I'll give you even more details. All right, so we are talking about your 12-week plan for success. Ready? Let's go. All right. Before we dive into your dreams and schemes for the next 12 weeks, let's do a little bit of journaling like we've been doing all day and get ourselves in the right mindset. So bring out your journals or write on the back of your workbook. And let's answer some of these prompts before we get going. And remember, if you're watching this replay, you can pause at any time. Give yourself plenty of time to answer these prompts. So in your journal, let's talk about setting your intention for the next 3 months. So what do you want to achieve in any area of your life or business? So we're just thinking the next 3 months. So you might be watching this replay months later, but as we're doing this recording, this is for July, August, and September. Next 3 months going forward, your next 12 weeks. What do you most want to achieve? And this could be in your life, in your relationships, in your finances, in your business, in your career, in any area. So think about that. What do you really want to achieve? Next prompt is, what would your ideal self be doing? Who's with you and how do you feel? Remember, we did that whole exercise earlier about your ideal self and how that would feel and how would you be acting. So think about that. If your ideal self was just plopped into the next 3 months, what would you be doing as that ideal self? It might not be what you're doing now. Might not be procrastinating. It might not be whatever it is that's not working in your life. But what would your ideal self be doing in the next 3 months? I want you to step into that ideal version of you. And the final prompt I got for you is, what one goal do you have, one single goal that has the best chance of success? So what goal do you either feel like is most likely to succeed or that you would be able to be successful with this goal and it wouldn't give you overwhelm? It wouldn't take all of your time, money, energy, or resources. Another way to think about this one single goal is by calling it a push goal. And I know some of you are familiar with the idea of a push goal. And what this is is if you think of a row of dominoes where all the dominoes are standing on edge. And if you push the first domino, they all come crashing down. So your push goal is one goal that once completed makes all of your other goals possible or much easier to complete. So looking at all the goals that you want for yourself, I bet there is at least one, usually it's just one, that if you complete that goal, it just makes everything else so much easier. Or sometimes, in fact, you have to do that goal first before you can move on to any of your other goals. For a lot of business owners, your push goal is probably an income number. So how much you want to be earning per month. Because then once you complete that goal, you can do your other goals, like hiring an assistant or hiring a marketing manager or getting someone to edit your videos or being able to upgrade to a better CRM. So think about that. Whatever your goal is there one that carries a bit more weight? Is there one that if you do that one first, everything else will be so much easier to complete? All right. So again, you can always pause this replay and write in your journal and take as much time as you need. If you're here live or on the replay, let me know. What did you come up with? What's your push goal? What's that one goal? Leave a comment, and when you leave a comment, you'll be entered to win this session's giveaway. Remember, you have all weekend through Sunday, June 13th, 2021 to leave a comment under any of the retreat videos in Facebook or YouTube to enter that session's giveaway. All right. Anyone else surprised that I still have my voice after 7 hours? I am. I have been drinking lemon tea all day, so I think that's been helping. All right. So now let's talk about a 12-week plan. And you might be wondering, why are we doing a 12-week plan? Why aren't we doing a year plan or even a 6-month plan? Like, why 12 weeks? It sounds a little odd at first. And I didn't always do 12-week plans, but maybe about 8 years ago, I switched from doing annual goals to 12-week plans. And it has absolutely transformed my life and business. So if you have ever made New Year's resolutions in January, I know a lot of us have, and given up that resolution by February, then you understand why 12-month goals don't work, why those annual plans don't work. So either it feels so long and you think you have so much time to get it done that there's really no urgency. I bet you've known people, or maybe it's you, where you say like, I'm going to lose 30 pounds this year or whatever it is. And you think you have all year to do it. And you kind of do have all year to do it, but there's nothing propelling you forward. So then by November or even December, you're like, ooh, I was going to lose weight. I was going to do that goal and I didn't do it. Now you're out of time. So with a full year ahead of you, it can be too overwhelming. Like, how are you supposed to get your goal done when you've got 12 months in front of you? The thing I want you to focus on is that if you think smaller with your goals, if you cut that timeline down, you're going to be more successful. And there are a few reasons why 12-week planning works so much better than year-long planning. So first of all, 12 weeks is short enough to feel urgent. It's 3 months. It's 12 weeks. Like, you can probably estimate or imagine where you're going to be 3 months from now. If you're trying to think about, well, where am I going to be a year from now? That's a little bit more vague. Who knows where we're going to be a year from now? I don't think any of us expected with this worldwide health crisis where we would be a year from now. So you never know what's going to happen. But 3 months from now, you might be able to guess where you're going to be 3 months from now. It's a little easier to wrap your head around. So 12 weeks, it's urgent. The second thing about doing a 12-week plan is it's 3 months, and that is enough time to see lasting results, noticeable results from whatever it is that you're working on. So when I first started my business, I would do 1 month coaching packages where someone could sign up and work with me for just a month. And that was a little too short because right about at the month spot, people would just be getting good results. Those habits would just be kicking in. They would just start be earning money from their business, but then they would stop working with me. And then they would come back and work with me months and months later and say, oh yeah, after that month, everything fell apart. So after many years of coaching, and I've been doing this for 10 years now, I found really a sweet spot, and it's 12 weeks. So if you put focused attention on whatever your goal is for 12 weeks, for 3 months, you're going to see these lasting results. Your habits are going to be a part of your everyday routine. It's going to be ingrained in your brain. Anything that you're working towards, whether it's weight loss or a new job or earning money through your business or writing a book or whatever it is, over 3 months, you're going to see those results. So 12-week plan, why we do it? Short enough to feel urgent, long enough to see results. Leave a comment and let me know, have you ever done 12-week planning? And has it worked for you? And what types of goals did you use during your 12 weeks? All right, before we dive into what your goals are going to be, I want to make this crystal clear what a goal is, what a project is, and what a task is, because they are not the same thing. And once you can differentiate them, it makes it a lot easier to achieve what you want to achieve. All right, so a goal is a measurable result that you want to achieve, and it's made up of many projects. So again, it's a measurable result that you want to achieve. Measurable, we're not doing vague here, and it's big. Your goal is made up of many, many projects. So I work with a lot of writers, which is probably no surprise since I'm a former book editor. Writers just kind of gravitate towards me. So here is a possible goal for a writer. I will earn $10,000 from my writing in the next 12 weeks so that I can pay for an assistant. A lot of times with your goal, to make it more measurable and to give yourself a why, like why am I doing this goal? It's nice to add so that in your goal. So I'm going to do this thing so that I can do this other thing. So I'm going to earn this money so I can afford an assistant, or I'm going to quit my job so I have more time with my family, or whatever it might be. Why do you want this? What's the real reason that you're doing this? And sometimes people get confused and think that your project is your goal. Like, I'm going to write a book. A book is a project. Writing a book is a project because writing your book is actually supposed to lead you to something bigger. Like, why are you writing your book? Are you writing a book to have a thriving author career and earn X amount of money during the year so that you can take care of your family? Like, what's the actual reason that you're writing that book? Or you might say, I want to publish my website if you're a business owner. That's a project. Your big goal is why. Why are you doing this? Like, why are you having a business? Who are you trying to help? What are you trying to change in the world? So again, a goal is a measurable result that you want to achieve, and it's made up of many projects. If you can find projects underneath it, it's probably a goal. And sometimes, like, it really helps to think about the bigger picture or add so that to the end of it. All right, moving on. A project is a smaller part of your ultimate goal, and it's made up of many tasks. So going back to that writer example, some smaller projects underneath that goal would be finish writing book number 3, self-publish the book on Amazon, submit at least 5 freelance articles per month. Those are all projects. So writing and finishing the book, that's a big project. It's even made up of smaller projects too. Uploading the book to Amazon and setting it all up so people can buy it, that's a project. That's not the goal, but like you want something beyond what that is. You want to earn money. You want to have a thriving career. You want to help out your family, whatever it is. Getting your book on Amazon is just one part of that big goal. So projects, smaller, and they're made up of many, many tasks. Let's talk about a task. A task is a tiny action step within a project. And ideally, each task should take about 10 minutes to complete. And if your task takes longer than 10 minutes, break it down even further. So here are some tasks that go along with that writer example. Send an email to my subscribers with the release date, call my editor, rewrite the title of the book, or find that freelancer application. Can you see those are all little bitty things that make up a bigger project of finishing a book? So think about that in the past and leave a comment and let me know if you've ever gotten these confused before. So your goal is your big overarching thing that you want to achieve. It's made up of many projects. It's tied to the why are you doing this, so that blank. There is a big overarching reason why you're doing this thing. A project is a smaller part that leads to that goal, and it's made up of tasks. And your tasks are usually 10 minutes long, and they're quick and easy, and they are part of your project. All right, so in the Edit My Life Planner, we talk about pyramid planning, and that's exactly what we're doing. Lots and lots of tasks, a few projects, and then one big goal. All right, are we ready to start planning? I know I am. All right, I hope you have your workbook in front of you because we're going to be using all of the little edits, all of the little notes that you've been writing all day long during the retreat. Okay, so here's how we're going to come up with your 12-week plan. I want you to go through your workbook, and I want you to circle or highlight or star any of the edits that are most important for the next 12 weeks. For the next 12 weeks, for your next 3-month plan. I'm sure there are lots and lots of things on your list that you want to do. You don't have to do them all in the next 12 weeks. And honestly, if you limit your goals and you focus on just a few things, you're going to get better results. I like to tell my clients that I want you to consider yourself a boutique, not a big box store. So if you think of a big box store like Target or Walmart or something like that, they have thousands and thousands of different items. You can get vegetables and produce. You can get car parts. You can get clothes. You can get books. You can get a million different things in the big box store. But everything that you buy is just, it's okay. It's fine. It's satisfactory. You are not going to find the best produce at Walmart. You're not going to find the best clothes at Target. But everything is going to be okay. On the other hand, with a boutique, which is what I want you to consider yourself, a boutique focuses on one product. Maybe this boutique just has cocktail dresses, but they do that one thing very, very well. So I want you to limit your goals and narrow your focus to just a few things and do them really, really well, rather than having 100 different goals and kind of phone it in on all of them. Kind of doing just a halfway job on all of them. Does that make sense? Leave a comment and let me know. Have you been treating your goals like a big box store, or have you been treating them like a boutique? All right, so once you've gone through your workbook and you've circled all of those edits that are most important for the next 12 weeks, I want you to list all of them under your goals brain dump page. So the big page here where you can just list all the goals that you want to work on in your next 12 weeks. And don't worry about if some of them seem like projects or whatever, we'll rewrite them in a minute, but just dump all of them here. And if you think of any other goals like, oh, in July, August, and September, this thing's coming up, I got to make sure to put that on there. Whatever it is, just put all your goals there. All right. Next, I want you to analyze your time budget. And we go into much, much more detail about your time budget in the Edit My Life Planner video course. So leave a comment below if you want a chance to win that course. But when you look at your time budget, I want you to be really honest about how much time you have. So let's say a 3-month time period is around 90 days. So you might think, oh, I've got 90 days to complete that goal. But do you really? If you look at a calendar, I want you to cross off any of the days where you're taking a day off. And you are taking days off, right? Any days that you're going to be on vacation, any days when you got appointments or you're working all day, any days where you expect to be tired because you've got some big event like a wedding the night before or whatever it is. Also, for those of you who have chronic illnesses, or let's say you have migraines every month, or you have depression and you lose days every month, at the end of the month on your calendar, cross off the estimated amount of days that you think you're going to lose for that issue. So if you have migraines and you think you're going to lose at least 4 days a month because of chronic migraines, cross off 4 days at the end of the month. Now we cross them off at the end of the month because we don't know when these things are going to occur. Like, it would be great to know, like, oh yes, I'm going to have really bad depression on this day and I won't be able to get out of bed, like on the 12th. Got that? Like, no, you have no way of knowing. Or, oh, I'm going to have a migraine on the 5th, so I better be prepared for that. No, you can't prepare for that. So mark it off at the end of the month, because then it creates a buffer. So if you use those days during your month for unexpected things, fine. But if you don't, it creates that buffer at the end of the month so that you have more time front loading your month. Okay. So after you cross off all of the days they're going to be working, any days that you might lose to illness or whatever, look again at those 3 months in your calendar and how much time do you really have? So I know a lot of people, when I do their time budgets with them, we do the time budgets in the academy too. You might think you have 90 days, but when you actually look at it, you might only have 25 days or maybe even 20 days to work on your goals. Like, that's pretty shocking. So no wonder you feel like you're never reaching your goals and you're never making progress, because you think you have more time than you do. And again, we go into much more detail with your time budget in the Edit My Life Planner. So your third step is to figure out how much time do you actually have. So let's say you only have 20 days to work on your goals in the next 3 months. Are you going to be able to finish writing your book? Maybe not. Are you going to be able to, whatever it is, remodel your kitchen? Maybe you won't be able to finish that. Whatever your goal is, I want you to be really realistic. And then the final fourth step is to look at your goals brain dump, look at your time budget, and to pick 3 goals. And I gave you space at the bottom to write your 3 goals. And remember, write these as overarching big goals, but they have to be measurable. So measurable in some way, whether that's time, money, or some kind of number associated with them. And so that there is a reason you're doing this goal. What's the bigger reason why you're doing this goal? All right. As you are rewriting your goals, you might have your goals come in, figure out that their goals are in different categories. So we've got outcome goals, process goals, and ambiguous goals. So let me go over each of those and how you can use them. So an outcome goal, which is still a goal, is goals that have a distinct endpoint. You hit the goal and you're done. So an example might be you ran the marathon, bam, it's done. You're not running a marathon every day for the rest of the year. Or for me, one of my big goals was hosting Life Editor Weekend so that I can connect to a new audience and launch the Academy. I'm not doing Life Editor Weekend every single day. I'm not doing this again tomorrow. My goodness, I'm going to be in bed tomorrow. That's what I'm doing tomorrow. So think about that. An outcome goal is bam, you hit it and you're done. You're not doing it forever. You get that new job and then you're in that job. You're not applying to jobs after you're already in a new job. A process goal is a little different. A process goal is a goal that establishes a new habit or a new way of being. It's continuous. So an example might be you meditate every morning forever, or you send an email to your subscribers every Friday forever, or you move $50 into your savings account every paycheck forever. See, it's a process. It's ongoing. There is no endpoint to that goal. That's a process goal. And then you might have ambiguous goals. So let's say you're trying to be specific and measurable with your goal, but the thing you want, the thing you really want, is a little vague. So maybe you have a goal without a clear measurement, and that's an ambiguous goal. So an example might be you want to feel less anxious. What does that mean? Or you want to be more productive. What does more mean? There's no way to measure that. So a tip for you, if you have an ambiguous goal and it's really important to you, is you must make it measurable in some way. So one way to do this is to add a score and score yourself like from 1 to 10 every day, and then average your monthly score. So let's say you want to be less anxious. So from 1 to 10, with 10 as being you're so anxious, you are like busting through the walls and you're shaking all over, and 1 being you're asleep. Somewhere in between 1 and 10, you are going to rate your anxiousness, your anxiety. And let's say every single day you rate your anxiety and then you average it at the end of the month. Your goal could be, I want to score whatever it is, a 7 and under for 90% of the days of this month. That's a good way to measure an ambiguous goal. Or let's say you want to be more productive. What does that mean? You could actually put a measurement along with your tasks or projects list. You could say, I want to be more productive by doing my Pomodoro sprints. Remember, we talked about that before, for the first 2 hours of my workday every day this month. Or I want to be more productive by crossing off 2 30-minute tasks from my to-do list every single day. Or I want to be more productive by finishing my daily tasks by noon at the latest every day. Can you see how we're putting numbers or percentages or monetary amounts or something, some kind of number, some kind of measurement to your ambiguous goals? If you're having problems with your ambiguous goals, leave a comment below this video on Facebook or YouTube and tell us what your goal is, and we can help you figure out a way to put some kind of measurement with it. All right, so those are 3 different types of goals you might have. Again, write your 3 goals down here, and they might all be outcome goals or they might all be process goals. And that's completely fine. All right, after you've done that, I want you to do another brain dump of all the projects for your 3 goals. So in your workbook, you've got spots for your 3 main goals. And I know you might be thinking, but I have so many more goals than 3. But if you're really honest about your time and you really want to be successful, limit yourself to no more than 3 goals. So you're not stretching yourself thin. You're not acting like a big box store. So your projects for goal 1, list all of the possible projects that could potentially lead to that goal. So if you want to lose weight, there are so many different projects you could do. You could follow an exercise program from your doctor. You could do a workout plan from the workout videos on YouTube. You could do some kind of diet, paleo, keto, whatever. You could have a nutritionalist come over and clean out your refrigerator. You could subscribe to some kind of weight loss meal plan. You could read a whole bunch of diet and exercise books. You could get tested for allergies and other blood work done or whatever it is. There are so many different projects you could do related to losing weight. And the thing is, it's just a brain dump. You're just going to list all of them that you can think of. That doesn't mean you have to act on all of them. Same thing like we did. I want you to go through your project's brain dump and then highlight, circle, or star the ones that have the best chance of success or that you can actually realistically do in the next 12 weeks. So maybe you want to do 100 different things. So let's say going back to the writer example, you want to earn X amount of money through your writing so that you can hire an assistant. So a project might be to finish the book that you're working on and publish it within the next 3 months. But that's one project to work on. But if you only have 20 days, you're probably not going to days and get it edited and get the cover designed and get it up on Amazon and do a big launch for it. Are you going to do that in 20 days? I don't think so. So maybe a better project would be to create a marketing plan or to create some kind of launch plan for your old previous books. So maybe you'll take all your previous books, bundle them together, which doesn't take any other work to do. You've already got it up on Amazon or whatever. Bundle them together at a special price and market that for the next 3 months, as opposed to working on something brand new that you might not finish in time. Or maybe you need to spend a little bit of money on Facebook ads to direct people to your shop and get more sales that way. Or maybe you can earn that $10,000 by getting one speaking event. So maybe you can spend your time, those 20 days that you do have, applying to be a keynote speaker at different conferences and events. And that's one thing that you can do to get that $10,000. So you can see how there's many different projects that lead to the same outcome. And some of them you'll have time for and some of them you won't. Some of them will take more energy and some of them will be super easy. But remember to look at your time budget. How much time do you actually have to work on those goals? And then that will really dictate which projects you can do. Again, same thing. We've been doing this. Take each of your projects. You might need to print out a few copies of this one page. For each project that leads to your goal, do a task breakdown. And that's writing down all of the little 10-minute tasks that lead to that project that leads to that goal. So if your project is whatever it might be, getting hired as a speaker or applying to speaking events so that you can get that speaker's fee. Your tasks might be researching conferences, events where you can speak, figuring out their application process, and do they need like a video reel of you speaking at other events? Do they need an outline of your talk or whatever? Is there any kind of application fee? Figuring out that. Figuring out if they're going to pay for your travel or not, or give you a hotel room. So these are all the little 10-minute tasks that go along with getting hired as a speaker. Is this making sense? Leave a comment and let me know if you're having any problems figuring out the goals, projects, and tasks and how you choose which ones you're going to work on for the next 12 weeks. Okay, here's the thing. Once you do your task breakdown and write down all the tasks for each of your projects, those are your daily tasks. You're going to take those tasks and put them in your planner on specific days at specific times. I can't stress that enough. So if you guys already have the Edit My Life Planner, or if you want a copy of it, be sure to leave a comment to enter the giveaway. But every day, let me pull up. Okay, so here is a daily spread in the planner. So in here, you've got a schedule and you've got your to-dos. So maybe you'll just do a task dump of all of the tasks that you need to do and then schedule them in. If you're doing a block schedule, remember we talked about that earlier, maybe like 9 to 12 is your time to do emails and phone calls. And then maybe noon to 3 is when you are doing social media, whatever it is. So you plug those tasks into specific times in your calendar. And if you're using Google Calendar, that works. You can do this in Trello or any kind of project management app. The thing is, you don't want those tasks floating around that you'll get to somewhere at some time. You want to make sure those tasks have a time and space in your planner so they actually get done. Hey, Misty, thanks for entering. Yeah, go ahead and leave a comment if you haven't yet to enter and win the giveaway. I can see right now there's not a lot of comments. So remember, you can enter the giveaway from now through Sunday, June 13th, 2021. And I will be picking winners from the comments for each of the giveaways for each of the sessions. All right. Tasks need a specific place in your planner so they actually get done. And then you're not going to have this overwhelm with your goals, like having this goal sitting in front of you that says, earn $10,000. That's overwhelming. What are you going to do with that? But you're breaking it down into manageable projects that you actually have time for. And you're breaking it down even further into these 10-minute tasks that you can do every single day. So you're inching forward. You're getting stuff done. You're making little bits of progress. You're editing. You're not doing sweeping changes. You're not waiting until you have a 5-day block of time without anything else going on. You're not waiting to do this when you have 3 hours during your day. You're not waiting until whatever it is, the kids go back to school before you do your goals. You're making tiny, tiny little edits, little bits of progress every single day without the overwhelm. This is exactly what I do with all of my coaching clients, and this is exactly what we do in Life Editor Academy. Okay, I know that was a lot talking about your 12-week plan. Here's the thing. There are going to be things in your goals, things in your projects, things in your tasks that are still important to you, and you don't want to forget them. And I don't want you to forget them either. Just because you're not doing them in the next 12 weeks doesn't mean you're never going to do them. You're going to get to them at some point, but you don't want to forget them. There's got to be a way to capture your ideas, and there is. It's called the parking lot. So think of a parking lot, and I use this example in the Edit My Life Planner. Let's say you and we are going to Disneyland today. So we are driving along, we are going to Disneyland, and we are parking in the parking lot. Now, before we go into Disneyland and have lots of fun, we have to check the car to see if there's anything we need to bring with us. Like, am I bringing my Mickey ears? Yep, I sure am. I bring my sunglasses? Oh yeah. How about sunscreen? Yeah, because we're going to be outside all day at the park. So we're going to take those things with us into the park. But also looking in the car, there's some other things we don't need right now. Like later in the day, when we're done with the theme park, we're going to go to the beach. So there's our flip-flops and our swimsuit. There's our boogie boards, and there's our plastic shovels and pails to make sandcastles later. Are we going to bring that into Walt Disneyland? Like, are we going to take that with us into the theme park? No, we're not going to do that. We're going to leave those things in the car and we're going to come back to them later. So your parking lot is where you store those ideas that, yes, you want to drive those ideas, but not yet. So they're sitting safe and sound in your parking lot. You're making note of them, but you're not driving them right now. Does that make sense? So yes, there are things you're going to do right now, things you're going to enjoy and take care of right now. The stuff in your parking lot, it's sitting there safe and sound for later. And your parking lot, there's one in my Edit My Life planner where you can fill that out and keep track of things. But you can also set up any kind of like notebook or a board on Trello or whatever it is, just to hold on to those ideas. I don't want you to lose those good ideas. All right, leave a comment and let me know, have you used a parking lot before? Or have you not used a parking lot and just felt like I have to do 100 things right now? Every idea that comes to your head, you have to act on it right now. And that's just not true. You can hold on to things for later. All right. So I would love for you to tell me, what are your 3 goals for your next 12-week plan? And do you have any questions about which projects you should best focus on? Do you have questions about setting up your time budget? Whatever it is. Or you have questions of taking a task that's more than 10 minutes and breaking it down a little further so it's manageable and there's no resistance. Leave a comment and let me know. Again, when you leave a comment on any video, you enter the giveaway for that session. And you can enter now through Sunday, June 13th, 2021. All right, as I have mentioned in every single session of Life Editor Weekend, today is the kickoff for my mastermind group, Life Editor Academy. Doors are open right now where you can come and apply and join us. So it's a 5-month mastermind program, and it's really the best of both worlds. You get private one-on-one coaching with me, plus group coaching with your Academy sisters. We really cover it all, from health to home to finances to business to busyness. We do everything in the Academy. You get accountability partners, you get a book club, and if you love Life Editor Weekend Retreat, we have retreats every single month in the Academy. And I would really love for you to join and get the support that you need going forward with your life editing goals. Now, before we wrap this up, let me share a video of someone who has been in the Academy and their experience.
My name is Judy Caban, and you can find me at judycaban.com. I joined Life Editor Academy because I felt that I needed some guidance and clarity. I wasn't really sure, at the time with my business, I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do or how to start it. My favorite parts of the June retreat are getting together with everybody and getting to know them in person. And yeah, just chilling out and chatting and getting to know each other. That was cool. What I learned this weekend is that I'm not the only one going through changes, questioning myself and my business. And I find that we're all in the same boat and that we're all going through the same things. So my thoughts of Sage is she's just so cute. I always look forward to talking to Sage. It's just getting her input and asking me questions that I didn't really ask, like I never thought of asking myself. So I always find her very informative, very cute, and very funny. I missed the first time, so the second time I thought I was gonna feel out of place because everyone already had met each other and everything, but no, I feel like I've known them forever, and yeah, it's instant bonds with everybody. If you need help in whatever your journey that you're thinking of making, a new journey or a new business or something in your life, definitely take a look at Sage because she is the bomb.
All right, so there you have it. Again, I would love to see all of you apply for Life Editor Academy. So the link is in the description for this video, but I'll also put it up on the screen here so you can apply. Go to the info page. There are so many more details, more testimonials, more pictures, more information about what you're going to be learning over the 5 months of the mastermind group. And if you have any questions at all, go ahead and apply, because after you apply, we're going to set up a discovery call where we'll go over expectations, what you want to get out of the group, and any information that you need about payment plans. So I would love to see all of you in the Academy. If you loved Life Editor Weekend, like we do this a lot in the Academy every single month. Plus, you also get the personalized one-on-one coaching with me. So I want to see you succeed. I want you to reach all of your goals and have a really fun time editing your life and your business. All right, Life Editors, like I mentioned before, enter any giveaway by leaving a comment in Facebook or on YouTube for any of the retreat videos, and I'm giving away a different digital program for each session. And click the link in the description to apply for the Academy. And doors are open right now. I mentioned this before, but I'll say it one more time. We are maxing out at 15 ladies. Right now, we've already had 5 join during the early bird session, and we've got 10 spots left. So if you would like to be one of those 10 ladies, please apply now. All right. I don't see any other comments coming in at the moment, but if you are watching the replay, and again, you can watch the replay through Sunday, June 13th, 2021, leave a comment. Let me know how you're doing. Let me know if anything doesn't make sense or you need clarity about a specific topic, because I'm here to answer your questions. Thank you so much, Life Editors, for being here live, for watching the replays later, and sending in your questions ahead of time, and really supporting me and my business. Like I mentioned before, this is the anniversary, my 10-year anniversary as a life coach, and I owe my success to you. Thank you so much for being engaged and for adopting life editing and making it a part of your lives. I am so pleased and honored that you like my framework and that you get a lot out of it, and that you like me, and you guys have really been supporting me for the past decade. And I'm so honored and so blessed to be able to do what I get to do and to run my own business. I would love to see you succeed. I would love to be your personal coach and help you reach any of those big dreams and goals that you have for yourself. All right, Life Editors, thank you a million times for being here for Life Editor Weekend. We're going to do this again. We definitely are. And I hope to see you in the Academy. All right. Mwah. Thank you so much. I'll see you real soon.